Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Ananda Paramashivoham.
Sorry for the technical glitch. Now, as we all saw in the video, His Divine Holiness, Bhagavan Shri Nithyananda Paramashivam, is the reviver of Kailasa, the ancient enlightened civilization and the great cosmic borderless nation. His Divine Holiness is an avatar from and is a supreme pontiff of Hinduism. And His Divine Holiness has made the science of power manifestation, yoga, and temple-based universities for humanity. The Sovereign Order of Kailasa, which is led by His Divine Holiness, and Nithyananda Order of monks, nuns, and the Hindu diaspora, are working for the global peace and to give the superconscious breakthrough to humanity.
Nithyananda Hindu University, which is the world's largest Hindu university, with extended campuses in over 150 countries, is continuously collecting, organizing, preserving, time capsuling, decoding, and spreading the 20 million source books of Hinduism and the 64 secret arts and sciences, including Ayurveda, Vastu Shastra, Vaimanika Shastra, etc. His Divine Holiness is a 293rd Guru Mahasannidhanam of the Shamala Pita Sarvanya Pitam, which is an ancient apex body of Hinduism. And he is also the present emperor of the Surya Vamsha Surangi Samrajyam. His Divine Holiness has survived multiple assassination attempts on person and character made by the anti-Hindu elements, which is still going on. Yet, he continuously contributes.
The first and foremost sacred secret I want you to know: integrity is falling in love with your higher personality. Understand? You do have Sadashivatva in you. You are hardwired for it. It's not that your Sadashivatva is gift from somebody. No. Understand? Just like how when you fall asleep, you put an alarm and tell the alarm, hey, wake me up tomorrow morning. Same way, that's exactly the way I sent my gurus. I sent my gurus to the planet Earth ahead of me and said, hey, I am coming. Wake me up when I assume the human body. My alarm clocks were my gurus. Hey, wake me up. Understand? They just reminded me to fall in love with my higher personality, Sadashiva. I started my public life in a very young age. Immediately after 12, after I realized my enlightenment, I took my first Padayatra as per my Guru's instruction. That Padayatra is my first enriching Padayatra. See, I should say, I started organized public life in 2000. But my public life started when I was 12. How I started my public life? One person at a time. I'll walk from village to village, sit, spend some time. And small boy, naturally people will be curious, all alone. They will come and try to talk to me. Then I'll start talking to them and start enriching. Whatever little way I know. It was a raw, crude, ground level way. One person at a time. So I decided I am going to start my own way. One person at a time.
என்னுடைய ரூம் பக்கத்து ரூம் தான் அவர் இருந்தாப்புல. ஒரு சின்ன இரும்பு பெட்டி ஒன்று இருக்கும். அந்த இரும்பு பெட்டியில தினந்தோறும் காலையில் 5 மணிக்கு எழுந்து ஒரே நபர் எங்க ஹாஸ்டல்லே முதல் நபர் அவராக தான் இருப்பாரு. குளிச்சுட்டு வந்துட்டு தினந்தோறும் பூஜை செய்வாப்புல. பூஜை செய்து விட்டுட்டு யாரெல்லாம் அவர்கிட்ட போயிட்டு ஆசீர்வாதம் கேட்கிறாரோ அவர் திண்ணூறு வச்சு இன்றைய நாள் நன்றாக இருக்கும் அப்படின்னு சொல்லி எல்லாருக்கும் ஆசீர்வாதம் பண்ணுவாப்புல.
ஏன் அவர் சிரிச்சுட்டே தான் இருக்கிறாரு. ஆனால் அந்த சிரிப்பினுடைய அர்த்தம் எனக்கு இப்போதான் கரெக்டாக புரியுது. ஏன்னா அது ஒரு தெய்வீக சிரிப்புன்னு சொல்லுவாங்க இல்லையா, அந்த தெய்வீக சிரிப்பை என்னால் இப்பவும் நல்லா உணர முடியும்.
ரூம்குள்ள வந்துட்டாருன்னா ஒண்ணு சும்மாவே இருக்க மாட்டாரு, புக் எடுத்து படிப்பாரு, இல்ல அந்த சிலைகளுக்கான அலங்காரங்கள் பண்றது இதெல்லாம் பண்ணிட்டு இருப்பாரு. இல்லைன்னா எந்நேரம் பார்த்தாலும் ஒரு அந்த மெடிடேஷனோ இல்ல வேற ஒரு பாவநிலையிலயோ ரூம்குள்ளேயே நடந்துட்டு இருப்பாரு. இதுக்காக ஒர்க்கையும் டிஸ்டர்ப் பண்ண மாட்டாரு. ஒர்க் டைம் வந்தா அதுல இருந்து இறங்கி வந்து உடனே வேலைக்கு போடுவாரு. வேலைக்கு போயிட்டாருன்னா அங்க சிரிச்சு பேசி ஜாலியா இருந்து அதே நேரத்தில் உன்னிப்பா கவனிக்கிறது.
Parivrajaka Yatra happens only when you move out of joy. I tell you, I was moving like a banyan leaf in the breeze. When a leaf falls from the tree, in the breeze how it moves. That's the way I moved in my life. That is why my Parivrajaka, even to remember, is a joy for me. I tell you, shortest distance between 2 points is a straight line. So most smartest strategy is hard work with integrity. That's all. That's the most smartest strategy. I decided, let me sit and start doing, start empowering, start enriching. Actually, that is the way I remember me even now. When I close my eyes, I don't remember me sitting in a golden throne. When I close my eyes, I only remember the boy, village boy with a stick on his shoulder, a kamandalu. Before Hindus could recognize, I have created a very powerful enlightenment ecosystem. Everywhere, spiritual awakening is happening, enlightenment is happening. People are manifesting enlightenment, manifesting powers, everything. Kailasa is reviving the enlightenment ecosystem. The Kailasa will be the place where almost million power manifestors are living and running. At least 10 million temples and monasteries, which are spiritual embassies of Paramashiva, and reviving this enlightenment, power manifesting civilization. Kailasa is a place where everything related to super consciousness is revived. All the sampradaya, all the spiritual ecosystems. Kailasa is a place where everything related to superconsciousness is revived. All the sampradaya, all the spiritual ecosystems created for enlightenment will be revived. And established in such a way it never gets lost again. There forever serving the humanity.
Dedicating his whole life with immense person has inspired, led, and guided millions of us and formed the world's only Hindu nation, Kailasa. And after all of these, with such grace and gratitude, Swamiji, who's Paramashivoham's very own incarnation, offers his whole hard work and life as a humble offering to his gurus.
So true. Actually, the very happening of Guru is the ultimate. This reminds me of a very beautiful verse from Kabir Doha, which is from Sant Shri Kabir Das. He says, Guru Govind dono khade kaake lagum par, Balihari Guru apno Govind diyo milai. It's a very beautiful verse. He asks, if God and Guru both appear in front of me, whom should I offer myself first to? And then he says, I shall first bow down to Guru, for he's the one who showed me God itself. Guru is the window for all of us to experience all the great truths of the scriptures.
That's so beautiful. And there are so many Puranic references like the Apta Pramanas that testifies this truth that Guru is the ultimate. So many great enlightened masters, great devotees of Bhagavan. Like for example, Sri Annamacharya from Andhra Pradesh was an ardent devotee, one of the greatest devotees of Bhagavan Venkateshwara. Even in his life, Bhagavan Venkateshwara assumes the form of Guru and guides him. Same way for Prahlada. Prahlada, all of us know him as one of the greatest devotees of Mahavishnu. Even in his life, he was initiated by his Guru Narada. The Guru Sishya Sampradaya has always been playing a vital role of being the backbone of Sanatana Hindu Dharma.
Actually, even as recent as Sri Ramakrishna Paramahamsa, even if you take his example, if you see Mahakali, Ramakrishna Paramahamsa's very own, whom he connects as his own mother, she herself assumes the physical form and she tells Ramakrishna Paramahamsa that he needs to connect to Sri Totapuri Swami in order for him to achieve enlightenment experience. This very Guru Shishya Sampradaya, it is the source that has time and again produced enlightened beings on planet Earth who upheld Hinduism, who are still upholding Hinduism and preserving it.
In the 80th and 81st verses of Guru Gita, the whole thing is about which explains the importance of Guru. The Shastra Pramana tells, Gurureva Jagat Sarvam Brahma Vishnu Shivatmakam Guru Parataram Nasti Tasmat Sampujayet Guru. There is nothing greater than Guru. He is Shiva, he is Vishnu, he is Brahma. There is nothing greater than Guru. Continuously, even as when Paramashiva tells, Naguroratikam, 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 Shivasasanataha, Shivasasanataha, Shivasasanataha means he repeats, there's nothing greater than Guru, there is nothing greater than Guru, there is nothing greater than Guru. This is the ultimate truth of Shiva.
And as a testimony of his own words, Paramashiva himself has assumed the body again and come down as His Divine Holiness Bhagavan Sri Nithyananda Paramashivam. As Swamiji himself beautifully tells in one of the very recent satsang he told, Nithyananda is nothing but a small living stream of enlightened masters in a remote village gone right. Because Swamiji so gracefully offers his whole gratitude to his Guru, but he himself is Paramashiva who has taken the physical body, the human body, and to establish his advent on planet Earth, and is establishing the most important Guru Shishya Sampradaya back to life.
Understand the primary, fundamental, foundational, first principle of Sanatana Hindu Dharma is Guru-disciple relationship.
साक्षात स्वर्ग के दर्शन होने परम परमेश्वर की।
कैसा था स्वामी जी का पेशवा?
बहुत अच्छा था सबसे ज्यादा, और सबसे बड़ी खुशी की बात कि फॉरेन के बहुत थे। एक खुशी की बात वो इनसे जुड़े, इससे बड़ी बात और क्या हो सकती है।
The Guru Shishya Sampradaya is the backbone of Hinduism. Guru in Sanskrit means Guru, remover of darkness and ignorance. Guru removes the mental blocks and obstacles that stand in our way of our awareness and realization of our true self. It is this system that has kept Hinduism alive for so many years.
Actually, in the last 25 plus years of Swamiji's public life, Swamiji has been continuously giving his life to protect this very tradition, the Guru Shishya Sampradaya, because if we see every aspect, even the first ever Adinam that Swamiji started in the Avatipalayam, which is a place near Erode in Tamil Nadu, in South India, Swamiji named that Adinam after his Guru. After like thousands of people, all of us realize that Swamiji is Paramashiva himself who has come down. But still Swamiji continues to offer every day in the Satsang. He will tell, my Gurus, my Gurus, my Gurus, continuously offering his gratitude, everything that Swamiji is doing at the feet of his Gurus. And same way, now Swamiji is continuing the Guru Parampara by reviving this Gurukul system. Like so much of persecution, attacks, everything has happened. But still Swamiji is giving his own life to protect this Gurukul or the Guru Parampara and the Guru Shishya Sampradaya. It is the base, the foundation of Sri Kailasa, the world's only Hindu nation today. If you see, it is all formed based on this Guru Shishya Parampara, because Swamiji at the age of 16 or 17 was given the Yoga Pattabhishekam. And that age of 16 was when Swamiji was formally, and the Chaturmasya, all of that was happening. The youngest, do you remember the youngest Chaturmasya that Swamiji did was at the age of 3. His whole advent has been for reviving this Guru Shishya Sampradaya. Actually, that is why what Swamiji received, like so many years before, was from his Gurus. Then Swamiji initiated so many sannyasis, the whole Nithyananda order of monks, nuns, and the entire Hindu diaspora. So if you see, all of them, all of us are continuing to be a lineage of the Nithyananda Sampradaya, where Swamiji received what Swamiji received from his Gurus, and he is continuing to initiate us. And this Guru Shishya Sampradaya is a Gurukul system, which is the main thing needed for upholding the Guru Shishya Sampradaya, where you go sit at the feet of the Guru and you learn, you imbibe. It plays a crucial role in upholding the quality of life in a society. Understand? Any education system, the education system of a society, that plays a crucial role in the quality of life in that society. The wrong history about Hinduism that has been force-fed to the young budding minds has chastised us of the strength that we are supposed to be deriving from knowing about the glory of our past, because the history has been wrongly, in a very, very convoluted way, twisted and presented to us. Instead of us being able to feel that pride and inspired by the way how our ancestors have lived, being inspired to uphold that lifestyle, uphold that Sanatana Hindu Dharma, today we are in a position where instead of that inspiration, we are filled with mortification, with the kind of history and the kind of abusive, atrocious material that we're attached with. Very true. Actually, If you see this whole our education system, it was sent from guru to the disciple. They would have learned that science, and they would have want to keep it only with themselves, so that they are still being the still being the symbol of that whatever it is, and they want to have it, and they want to yet teach everything from Hinduism, like steal everything from Hinduism and teach it as if it's their invention, their discovery. Call Shiva as some old yogi and call Shiva as an alien. That all of that back to Hinduism and not monopolizing. But Swamiji is creating so many people. He's saying, I'm not here to prove I am God, and I'm here to prove you're all God. That Swamiji is creating. Swamiji was an amazing. There are many that they used to manifest. Here, power that Swamiji has. Swamiji is transmitting. That is why this is the real Guru Shishya Sampradaya. If you see this, actually, awakens the best of an ability in his disciple. That is the real Guru Shishya Sampradaya. There's a beautiful story in Adi Shankaracharya's Gurukul. There were various different children. There was one disciple, though, who was very not very intelligent, because he used to never grasp anything that Adi Shankaracharya is revealing. Like he was never well versed in scriptures. He was never grasping, dedicating his whole life to the service of his guru. Nothing. It's not even a big this thing he used to do. Every day he used to wash Adi Shankaracharya's clothes, wash the dishes, and serve him food. All the small things you disciples mock him, saying that, oh, look at us, we are receiving everything from the master. That disciple, oblivious of all this, he's continuing to wash, sing the name of Adi Shankaracharya. But Adi Shankaracharya notices this. To make these ignorant disciples understand, Adi Shankaracharya turns around and calls the disciple by his name. Now the disciple he blooms with joy. He's beaming towards the master because the master has called his name. He starts running. The story says that the river, the flowing river, seeing the trust of the disciple on the master, because he does not think of anything else. He does not see, oh, I am washing the clothes. He does not see, oh, there are thorns or stones on the ground. He does not see there is river. If I walk on that, I will sink. Nothing. He just sees the master. He starts running towards Adi Shankaracharya, and he starts running on. It says like so in a flow, to hold his feet wherever as he is running, to make sure he is balanced. The river blooms with so many lotuses, and then the disciple, unaware of anything, only seeing the master, unaware of even the beautiful miracle happening, names him Padmapada, because for him the river materialized lotuses to hold. He then beautifully tells the great Swamiji would surely be able to relate with this thing of how it feels when the master calls you by your name. This is because this just reminds me how our entire education system has been. Our education system, it was never based on than what he is telling. Like, for example, let's take Sri Rama. For Lord Rama to become that great warrior at the young age of 14, and when he was just 14, he went to the forest and killed the demons. And he stood by Vashishta when Vishwamitra was performing the yajna. Rakshasas come, and the asuras, the demons, come and attack the sages. That time Vashishta cannot tell, oh, I am scared, I don't know, I only, and takes care, manages the entire situation. Lord Rama learned. Two amazing, powerful wielders of mace, Duryodhana and Bhima.
Whereas Yudhishthira excelled in spade. Nakula and Gurukul. We have schools for all of us. Every school there is specialized school for each thing. You want to go for this for all the Kauravas, 100 Kauravas and the Pancha Pandavas, the 5 Pandavas. Dronacharya alone was the Guru. It was Dronacharya who trained them. He trained all of them in different weapons. The first mantra that you learn, the class begins with the mantra, the Shanti mantra. Om Sahana Vavatu Sahano Punaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejas Vinavati Tamastu Mavet Vishavahai. That's how we chant. Means there is no enmity. Mavet Vishavahai, there is no, you all can see. Like how when the teacher is just talking, but not really living. What was once an amazing, powerful, which was the backbone of Sanatana Dharma, the Guru Shishya Sampradaya, is now where most of the times the teacher does not practice what he is teaching. Therefore, insipid of any experience. That is why it has resulted in the modern youth becoming flippant towards our culture. They're losing all the trust that they had. That's why it so symbols on you. That is why modern youth have become flippant towards our culture.
The educational infrastructure, I should say, ultimate infrastructure developed for ultimate education is Hindu Gurukul, where the disciple lives and internalizes, imbibes the consciousness of the Guru. Ultimate, the space where the black hole and big bangs continuously happen in that Hiranyagarbha, understand? In the Hiranyagarbha, if you believe Advaita is true, Advaita is true. If you believe Dvaita is true, Dvaita is true. If you believe, whoever gives you Guru and the initiation is so important for your enlightenment. Especially if that Guru is aligned to Vedas and Agamas, Shastras, and you can never lose anything. Right, powerful cognition from the right person makes you experience ultimate in the level of Hiranyagarbha, where the source of everything is centered. Conscious existence, awakened conscious existence in you. Not only the gravitational force, electromagnetism, the weak nuclear force and the played around, superseded. Not only these 4 forces already understood by science, there are other 4 forces not yet understood. And once you are initiated and started manifesting powers, you become Ishvara to your understanding the principles of life. You can become Ishvara for more people. Then you become Ishvara for all your students. If you continue to remain integrated, non-violent, ahimsa, to Paramashiva people. That's all.
Nithyananda Gurukul. The Swamiji is reviving the Sanatana Hindu Dharma, real education, giving the real education, reviving the Guru Shishya Sampradaya of Sanatana Hindu Dharma. In Gurukul, Swamiji, I'm not sure how many of you are, if you know, for almost 7 years or for the past few years now, it's been, where Swamiji's Gurukul is completely free. Nithyananda Gurukul is completely free of charge. No any hidden fees, not even for even uniform or even for food, books, stay. It's a residential school. School sounds so funny because school, we all have that word school is associated with a lot of, it's corrupted. Each one, many children have many different kinds of emotions towards school. But Nithyananda Gurukul, it's residential, and all of these are completely free of charge. We need to know Swamiji is not just giving the free education, like as in free science, maths, physics alone. Of course, that education is also given that to an international level, international GCSE. We learn that, and that is completely free of charge. But also the most important, teaching to live a conscious life without being manipulated by fear or greed. Understand? I'll just give you an example. Success. Just if you Google this about success and hear from many people who are successful, the base is mostly on fear and some even on greed. As human beings, we tend to either have fear or greed as our fundamental working mechanism. It's very unfortunate that this has been force-fed into us by the society. Swamiji through the Nithyananda Gurukul trains us not to have fear or greed as our fundamental operating system. And the education that we have here, even the normal science, physics, maths, chemistry, whatever we learn outside, like the physics, chemistry, math, everything that we learn outside, we learn that also. Those are also our subjects. But we don't learn it in a very, right now the Macaulay's education system, right? The way how it is designed is that one logic, the logic of the author is forced inside you. That is why it creates so much stress. Understand? Every lock has its unique key. And then we go on cursing the child and beating the child, or people keep abusing the child, putting the child down. We label the child dyslexic. We label the child like so many, because I have seen that personally. So many children are ridiculed and labeled dyslexics, etc., just based on the studies. Exactly. But in Gurukul, the same Macaulay's education is also a part. Like we also learn this. I'll tell you how. It's not just that author's logic is forced inside the child. No. We have a system called Google Intelligence. So I'll explain how we do it. First, Paramashiva's thought conceit in Sanatana Hindu Dharma, there are three main things which determines the way how we exist. The fundamental cognitions that you have about Jiva, which is the individual self, Jagat, the world, Ishvara, the cognitions you carry about God. That is, these three literally navigate the life that we live. So, how we learn is first, like let's say I open the book, my biology textbook, and just giving a simple chapter. Let's say circulatory system. I'm going to learn about circulatory system. I'll first see the title of the chapter, and then we have something called Krishnashila. It's a granite slab on which an alchemy product called Jnananjana is applied. Using the power of third eye that Swamiji has initiated us in, we look at the Krishnashila, look through our third eye, and request Paramashiva to reveal. So what current? What is Paramashiva revealing about this subject? We write that down. The next step, we open the book, just the keywords. The keywords are usually highlighted in bold. So just the keywords. We note it down, and we do Google intelligence. We Google, learn the world's thought currents. Means I used to think, many perspectives, even for a simple subject like for example, circulatory system. That's a very simple topic. But even for that, there are multiple different explanations. So we learn the world's thought current about it. And after that, so Ishvara, Jagat, and after learning these two, then we write our thesis. What is our understanding? What all have we understood? How do we see it as? So then we will write our narrative. And then when we open and look at the book will just look redundant. It will feel like nothing. So we feel so much more empowered. Even in simple subjects, there is a logic of the author that is coming inside you. For example, when we practice, we are beyond the body. And when we are continuously, and we are telling we are body also. That is what Swamiji teaches us. Your consciousness and body also. You're not just the body. You're something more than the body. So when we learn about the anatomy, the way how the book teaches, according to them, we are the body. So they tell you go through that suffering. But when we learn, we don't learn it as that suffering is gone through by us. But instead, it is the body which is going through it and how to see it. And there are multiple ways, like even, for example, using the power of body scanning. Like a child is taught about the digestive system, not by just drawing and showing it. Also through the power of body scanning. Like, for example, we just drink the water. We scan through our third eye and see the movement of water happening inside our system, and we learn about it. It's extremely a powerful science. It's because of this science, because Swamiji is reviving it in a very powerful way. Swamiji is even getting attacked because Guru Shishya Sampradaya is extremely powerful.
Actually, we know it is very well known. This whole Macaulay system, in Macaulay's own speech, which is recorded clearly, he says very clearly that the backbone of India, the backbone of Hinduism, is the Guru. Even though it is designed to produce clerks, yet we are all forced to follow that same system, like a whole group of sheep going and following one same district. We're all forced to follow that same education system to gratify the false status quo that the society has dumped on us.
My Gurukul is 100% free. Food, stay, education, everything is free. Because Sadashiva says, Guru is supposed to beg and feed the disciples. I said, I may beg physically or in the internet, but I will beg and feed my disciples. My Gurukul is 100% free. Not only I am teaching them English, maths, science, I am teaching them true history. I am teaching them the real powers and possibilities they can manifest. I am teaching them life. Only thing, I am not doing the stupid things which you guys have designed for a generalized way. Understand? All generalization creates more blind spots. When there is a Google Earth available, Google Map is available, why will I make them memorize the capitals of all the countries and states? Macaulay's time it was not there, so you have to memorize. Capital of India is Delhi and capital of Tamil Nadu is Chennai. You have to memorize. Now there is a Google Earth and Google Map. Just Google it, that's all. They need to be taught Googling. I am only removing all those stupid blind spots become part of the education because of the generalization. Understand? All generalization is faulty generalization. All generalization is faulty generalization. Jealousy, comparison is the byproduct of the faulty generalization. It is utter stupidity to give marks to human beings. Utter stupidity to give marks to human beings. It is like I saw memes in the Facebook. There is a fish in a pot, and there is a monkey, there is an elephant, there is a zebra, there is a snake, there is a crocodile, there is a tiger. And the educationist says, to have a fair game, we will have the examination. Who claims this tree first? Please start. That is what I call faulty generalization. What will happen to the fish if he comes out of the water to climb the tree? All generalization is faulty generalization. Understand? What I am trying to convey, I will give you the essence. Media wants me to do the charity of what they think as best. I am doing the charity of what is best. If you think food is the best thing happened in your life, you can do just annadan. If you think education is the best thing happened in your life, you share that with the world. That's your charity. If you think clothes are the best things happened to your life and you share the clothes, vastradana, that's your charity. If you think enlightenment and spiritual powers are the best thing happened in your life, you share that with the world. That's all I am doing.
See, when you understand, when you do not understand the value of education system, how much it impacts a child. Swamiji is Swamiji is working on strengthening the future of Hinduism, because tomorrow it is not going to be anyone else who is going to hold or keep Hinduism alive. It is the next generation that is happening. It is the children who are growing up. But unfortunately, by sending them to normal school, they lose the respect or value for that science itself. Actually, still I came to Gurukul, I never understood the value of or context of why I need to do what I need to do. I always thought, being secular or being this. See, actually, secularism was promoted to us as a right way to exist. Absolutely. Because we are taught that if you are a Hindu, you are against the other religions, which is not true. Hinduism accepts everybody's own way of discovering their consciousness.
That is why we have 33 million gods.
Absolutely. See,
And we have that unique concept of Ishtadevata.
that's so true. See, because actually, if you see, it's a very cunning plot. See, I'll give you an example. When you cut a plant by its stem, no, it will grow back again and again. But if you just uproot it, it will never grow back. Same way, the Guru Shishya Sampradaya, that is the root of Hinduism. As long as it is alive, any amount of persecution, any amount of attacks can be withstood. But if that is destroyed, it's like the womb which reproduces enlightened beings, yogis, siddhas, rishis, munis, time and again, continuously reproducing the enlightened beings, that will be lost. If the Guru Shishya Sampradaya is uprooted, the whole Hinduism is literally uprooted. There will be no more the signs of producing enlightened beings and great yogis to keep the Hinduism alive. It is exactly for this reason that all the anti-Hindu elements, all the anti-Guru and anti-Hindu elements are continuously attacking the enlightened masters and incarnations. And today, Swamiji is directly targeted because of the courage and the strength that Swamiji is adding to the whole Hinduism. Because as a supreme pontiff of Hinduism, Swamiji has taken the risk as a supreme pontiff of Hinduism, heralding the whole 2 billion of us Hindus. Swamiji has taken the risk of boldly declaring everything and making it happen. When we all saw in the video, he declared, because he saw in the Agamas, the Guru is supposed to beg and give education. The whole education is declared free. And from that second on, never a single penny was taken from any parent. The whole thing was given for free.
Actually, there are so many anti-Guru elements. Understand? This neo-Hindus, for whom Guru, many people, including Kulnari, they came just to see how, like, if there is any other blind spot, like where Swamiji is telling suddenly everything is free and he's actually giving everything for free. Is he really giving for free, or can we manipulate somewhere? That is the reason this anti-Guru, neo-Hindu, Kulnari came in.
Trying to see, all that they want is trying to get the benefits. You want, if Hinduism has the science where you can do this, you can attain this, you can achieve this, my horoscope, all that I will believe. But when it comes to Guru, I will ridicule because I don't value that and all. That
These
is
people,
stupid logic.
Knowing the scriptures but not having experience is the worst way of existing. Many people, they're very dry inside, means they never had the experience. They just know the scriptures and, like, they can advise people, but never experience it. They don't know about it. They are against gurus. They're against the Hindu gurus who have real experience and who are able to transmit that experience. That's very unique to Swamiji. He'll be able to transmit all the powers when he established that, and he's continuously doing it, initiating millions in the power of healing, of third eye. That is what instigates these very dangerous as anti-Hindu elements. They destroy. See, at least anti-Hindu elements, many times we might know these are anti-Hindu, but these anti-Guru mafia gang is worst. They're equally dangerous as anti-Hindu elements.
Understand? I wanted to remind all the Hindus once more. In some religion, if you get over-inspired, if you take that religion very seriously, you become missionary and start converting others, and you literally become missionary militant. You do everything for the sake of conversion. In some religion, if you take that religion seriously, get over-inspired, enthusiastic, you become terrorist, militant, and start killing people who are not ready to convert to your religion. The militant missionaries. Some religions make you missionary militant. Some religions make you militant missionaries. In Hinduism, if you take Hinduism seriously, if you are over-inspired, over-enthusiastic, excited about Hinduism, you become sadhu, monk, sannyasi, and start meditating. You go to Himalayas and work on your enlightenment. Missionary militants and militant missionaries both ganged up on Hinduism. But so cunningly they are doing it. Still, even sincere Hindus have not woken up to the reality and truth. They are getting destroyed all over the world, not just in India, all over the world. In India itself you are getting destroyed. Then what about Pakistan, Bangladesh, or any other country? The only country you had as Hindu country in Nepal, Hindus lost Nepal also. It has become secular. Using mass media to influence and control people is a strategy used extensively by aggressive civilizations to subdue indigenous, simple, innocent traditions, to eliminate innocent, simple spiritual traditions. Hinduism is basically indigenous, innocent, simple spiritual tradition. If you Hindus don't read the history and wake up, history is going to repeat itself. Don't be in the false idea, oh, Hinduism is Sanatana, eternal, it is not going to be destroyed. Fools. Just see, in last 500 years, the lands you lost. 1000 years before, you had 56 nations where Hinduism was a state religion. Then slowly, you started losing the land. Now you don't have any land, any nation. I can say you have one nation, Kailasa, Hindu nation, but it is borderless. Cosmic nation. Kailasa has embassy. Few countries have signed a diplomatic treaty, diplomatic relationship and treaty to have embassy. Kailasa is more a nation created to keep this Hindu grand narrative alive. So please understand how you lost the land. And don't think just because still some Hindu temples are running and people are going to the temples and coming, the Hinduism is alive. Be very clear. If you just even read the history 100 years before, the number of people, percentage getting initiated into Hinduism and studying Hinduism, either in Veda Padashala or Saiva Siddhantam or Vedantam or Smarta or Gaudiya Vaishnava, any one sampradaya of Hinduism, how many people used to take up Hindu studies 100 years before? See the percentage and see the percentage now. Without any doubt, I can say, now people who take up studying Hinduism full time is practically negligible. Zero point 0.00000, maybe one in the last. Just few sadhus and few people in Hindu gurukuls, that's it. People studying full-time Hinduism is almost killed, eliminated, destroyed. I met another one, religious leader, a top person in Brazil. When I traveled, casually I was talking and he was also telling about what the activities they do, everything. And I said that I have a training center for monks and around 100 monks are studying in India, and every year I am expecting to graduate 100 people into monks and nuns. He said, Swamiji, I have a training center in Mumbai. I have 12 units only in Mumbai. Each unit has 3,000 people. Every year, around 30 to 35,000 youth graduate as nuns and monks and preachers from my unit, Swamiji. Whole India, after thoroughly studying various sampradayas, Ramakrishna Mission and Chinmaya Mission and Bhagavan Swaminarayan's BAPS Sanstha and ISKCON and various sannyas sampradayas, I am telling you, none of us have Sannyas Training Institute where thousands graduate every year. Yes, all of us have Sannyas Training Institute, no doubt. Hundreds maybe. Never 4-digit number. None of us have 4-digit number graduating every year. The amount of hatred, hate speech done on Hindu sannyasis, Hindu monks, Brahmins, the Hindu lifestyle after independence in India by mass media cult and entertainment cult has taken away the confidence of Hindus on Hinduism and studying Hinduism full time for living practicing and preaching. Understand? The Neo-Hindus, last 2 generations, Neo-Hindus, they even developed a strong hatred on the whole Guru Parampara. That is the greatest achievement of the mass media cult, entertainment industry cult. One of the biggest milestones they reached in eliminating Hinduism. The Neo-Hindus, the anti-Guru Neo-Hindus are as dangerous to Hinduism as anti-Hindu elements. Because the Brahmin hatred and Guru hatred is enough to eliminate whole Hinduism. The mass media cult and entertainment industry cult is successful, making 80% of the Hindus hate Brahmins and Gurus by creating a strong hate speech campaign, persistent hate speech campaign for last 50 years. And building a powerful negative grand narrative about Brahmins and Gurus. Everything related to Brahmins and everything related to Gurus is literally destroyed. The amount of hate speech, the amount of damage done to Hinduism, even the modern day Hindus are not aware. You will be surprised, the Neo-Hindus are as much anti-Guru and anti-Brahmins as anti-Hindus. They are not understanding Gurus and Brahmins are the roots of Hinduism. If you eliminate these two, Hinduism will be gone. They think the Neo-Hindutva people, the Neo-Hindus, they really believe they can keep Hinduism alive by eliminating Gurus and Brahmins. Fools don't understand. Gurus and Brahmins kept the Hinduism alive. Archavatara and Nijavataras kept Hinduism alive. Brahmins worshipping, keeping the Archavatara tradition. Gurus keeping the Nijavatara tradition. Kept Hinduism alive. Unique two principles of Hinduism is God descends in the form of deity in a specific place. Hindu temples are living place of living abodes of gods and goddesses, not just worship altars, theology training centers, education organizations alone, or it is not just prayer altars alone. It is living abode of gods and goddesses. That is why once a Hindu temple, the prana pratishtha is done, consecration is done, you can't move it, you can't sell it. The Hindu temple land loses real estate value. It doesn't belong to any more planet Earth or planet Earth's real estate market. There is no real estate value for Hindu temple. The second important principle of Hinduism is Daivam Manushya Rupena. God lands in human body and manifests himself using human being and human identity. The Neo-Hindutva people, Neo-Hindus, does not believe in both principles, neither in Archavatara nor in Nijavatara. That is where the whole problem starts. They are brainwashed so much by the media cult and entertainment cult. Even the Neo-Hindus don't believe. They are as much as anti-Guru and anti-Brahmins as the anti-Hindu elements. Deadly combination of missionary militants and militant missionaries and Neo-Hindus ganged up is literally eliminating Hinduism from India. It's unfortunate, but the reality. I want international Hindu diaspora to wake up to this reality. Hindu diaspora need to wake up to this reality.
There are many anti-Hindu terrorists who are spreading all these myths about Hinduism and destroying what is real Hinduism. Understand? Anti-Hindu terrorists are equally dangerous. Anti-Hindu terrorists are equally dangerous. Why is Swamiji the prime target of all the anti-Hindu elements? Why so many, understand, anti-Guru, Neo-Hindus, understand this term. Hinduism, Sanatana Hindu Dharma. We are too vast. There are too many, see, Ishtadevata, Archavatara, Nijavatara, all these are unique to Sanatana Hindu Dharma. Of course, even in Buddhism, we believe about reincarnation, but that fundamental truth has been denied by these anti-Guru Neo-Hindus, which is why they're attacking Swamiji. Kullari is a prime example of it. Because Swamiji is reviving the most important, the backbone of Hinduism, which is the Guru Sishya Sampradaya. The anti-Guru terrorist, the anti-Guru, anti-Hindu mafia gang is targeting and attacking Swamiji because, understand, see, there are many people who are, many Hindus who are reviving many scriptures, like some of them focus on Bhagavad Gita, some of them focus on some, like one particular tradition. Now, so when so many things are happening and Swamiji is in a huge scale reviving so many indigenous traditions, unfortunately, today we are using the word indigenous traditions for our sampradayas. Anyways, so now for all these traditions, Swamiji has given life. But the backbone for all these traditions to be kept alive is the Guru Shishya Sampradaya. That is why when Swamiji was sharing, like how for even that alchemy process, that super alchemy process that Swamiji had gone through, Swamiji's gurus did for Swamiji, everything It's because the Guru Shishya Sampradaya, it is always by the Guru. It is, today world knows what Patanjali's Ashtanga Yoga. But the Shashtanga Yoga of Paramashiva, why is that not that popular? It's mainly because Paramashiva's yoga can only be transmitted as an experience from the Guru. Initiation is needed. So there are many such secrets which only Guru can transfer. And because Swamiji is reviving that, these anti-Guru terrorists are not able to bear. The anti-Guru terrorists are agitated. They want to destroy it. That is why if you see all the movies, the South Indian, especially in South India, literally every movie will in some form or other ridicule a Hindu Guru. Because the backbone of Hinduism, the Guru Shishya Sampradaya, they want to destroy that. So beautifully used, you said. Like how a plant, even if you cut its stems, even if you cut its branches, it can sprout back, it can grow back. But only if you uproot it and burn that root, it can never grow back. Same way, they're trying to uproot our roots of the Guru Shishya Sampradaya.
Exactly. Actually, Swamiji's declaration of this whole education system being free, Swamiji's anything that was told in the scripture, when Swamiji declared and started doing it, that came as a huge shock to all these anti-Hindu elements. Because all the claims of gurus that they were making, oh, gurus are trying to monopolize. No, Swamiji never monopolized. Swamiji started creating so many, and literally Swamiji started creating so many people in the path of enlightenment. They're all like literally having the experiences of enlightenment.
And they're quantifiable too.
Exactly.
For example, like when Swamiji said third eye, through third eye, even the blind people can see. Swamiji initiated you to go and initiate people. So through you, Swamiji awakened people, and blind kids were able to read. And Swamiji, as you said, Swamiji is not monopolizing Hinduism. Instead, he is giving everything for free. We have the largest Hindu library with millions of, already more than 2 million palm leaf scriptures that are digitized and uploaded for free. Hindu scriptures with OCR available for free. All of these, he's doing it completely free of cost. These things only attracted some cunning, cheap culnaries, because they are not able to bear. Want to destroy it.
Actually, even Kulnari Janardhan, he came in for this very reason. That man, he came, he wanted to get all benefits, everything. He never ever let travel, literally disrespecting, abusing the monks, scolding them, ill-treating them. I should not even say scolding them, that's too cheap to tell. Ill-treating them.
He came in the garb of a devotee.
And doing what? Never ever respected all the. Actually, it's a very cunning strategy. If you see, all the Guru Parampara related things, he used to always abuse. Even when he was in the Adinam, he never came for any puja. He never anything that was told as a Guruva, that was told as strengthening the Guru Shishya Sampradaya, he constantly abused it. I've never seen him do Pada Puja. I've never seen him come and sit and do anything that the parampara, the sampradaya is following. No.
See, this is a spiritual place. Swamiji's ashram is a spiritual place, and Swamiji is reviving Sanatana Hindu Dharma, that you are required and expected to do worship, puja. You are expected to live a spiritual life. Never, not once, has this culinary been even a part of the spiritual routine. He used to give some other reason. Understand, from beginning, he was pretending that he wants to surrender everything to Swamiji. I want to give everything away. Swamiji is very clear. No, you have everything. That is why not a single penny of him Swamiji received. Swamiji said, no, you keep all your stuff. For me, my purpose is to enlighten all of you. You come and you can live here. Everything is free of cost. He was pretending to surrender everything from beginning. The malevolence of this culinary, his malevolence was so obvious. But because of the benevolence of Swamiji, he kept giving possibility to this culinary, hoping that he would change. See, understand, all of us continuously have the option. You can choose this side or that side. It's in your hands. It is your decision whether you want to walk the right path or you want to deflect from it. It is always in our hands. That is why masters can give us the possibility. But the free will, meaning choose what you want to do, that will, free will, is always in our hands. That is why masters give the way, they give the full context, they inspire you, they give initiation. But through that free will, you can choose what you want. And Kulnari's malevolence was so obvious, and he was doing everything to destroy. Out of his benevolence, Swamiji gave him possibility to transform. He gave the whole continuously to choose the path, the right path. But this Kulnari only continued to choose the path of destruction.
Actually, just to give an example of his violence and his cunningness and the poison that he was, there was one incident, if you remember, in Gurukul. There he came, he made sure that because Gurukul was where many of us were literally becoming a part of, like we all were becoming part of the sampradaya, the future, the strength. Actually, I am able to understand now. That is why he first wanted to target Gurukul, because that was a future.
True.
Everywhere else, all others were older people, sannyasis, but we were the generation of the sampradaya. We were the future generation of the Nithyananda sampradaya. He came. That is why he wanted to grab the power. He wanted to grab the power and position.
So that is why he fought the administration. He fought the Gurukul administration and said, he threatened them, blackmailed them, and told, no, I have to be a part of the decision making. He tried creating fights. See, Adinam is a very, 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 very beautiful, non-violent space. And here we don't have this anger. We are protected from too many things, actually. Anger is not a part of the Adinam lifestyle. Only when he came, he started to see anti-Hindu elements come in the garb of a devotee. You see, every anti-Hindu element, if they're attacking from outside, from the beginning, that is one group. From inside, they'll come and try to destroy it. So when he came in, he wanted to destroy everything. That is why he will not purposely not follow the spiritual routine. And that way, like he's showing that, yes, you can, there's a possibility you can not follow it too. And trying to create fights where he goes. Oh my God, he used to go and fight with everyone, literally.
Actually, not just
And
fights.
that's how he created a fight and wanted to grab the power of decision making in Gurukul. Of course, he was only allowed till the committee members, where like even the committee members, like all of them sit together and discuss and make the decisions. Oh my God, the violence that he had, the malevolence that he carried. He just wanted to destroy. He used to go to every child and criticize the child, make the child feel so bad, pathetic about itself.
He tried so many outrageous, cunning plots. I have seen so many of them. See, subconsciously used to make so many people, so many new sannyasis who used to come. He used to go and talk to them and make them feel as if the choice that they have made is wrong. I have seen this with my own eyes. He used to go. There was a sannyasi who was from Tamil Nadu, from a very good company, and he left his family, everything, and came. Just Kulnari went and asked him why he went and asked him, oh, why are you taking sannyas? Your whole parents and family are all dependent on you, and they're all just waiting on you for their survival. Why are you leaving them? And isn't it wrong? Then he said, no, my own parents wanted me to take sannyas. Then he tried telling, oh, this youth, you have to little bit understand life more. You can be a devotee and go spread. Just trying to shake the core beliefs so that the sannyasis, the sannyasa sampradaya or the Guru Shishya parampara he was wanting to continuously make sure it was never kept alive.
True. I think it's now our responsibility as Hindus that we stand up with Swamiji and revive this Guru Shishya Sampradaya. Now, it's time. We are going to be entering into the most awaited segment. Already you can see so many people waiting to see Swamiji. Let's get
Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda 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 Paramashivoham. Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda 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 Paramashivoham.
Connecting with the divine with your eyes closed is meditation. Connecting with the divine with your eyes open is darshan. Come, let us all now move from meditation to darshan. Slowly, very slowly, please open your eyes.
Nithyananda मीनाक्षी अवतारा Nithyananda Nithyananda Malaya Kanti Nithyananda 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 Nithyaniteswara Nithyananda 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 Nithya Sadguru Nithyananda Harihara Shagara Nithyananda Amata Shekhara Nithyananda Vaita Dvaita Nithyananda Trigunadita Nithyananda 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 Nithyaniteswara Nithyananda Nithya Sadguru Nithyananda Purana Karana Agamadharana Purana Karana Agamadharana Adi Gurunatha Shri Chaturveda Sarva Samrakshaka Sanmarkanayaka Mahabhavena Lingodbhavena Ananda Rupena Nithyananda 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 Tyagaraja Shah Nithyananda Nithyananda Nithyaniteswara Nithyananda Yoga Rupa Shah Nithyananda Nithyananda Nithyaniteswara Nithyananda Jiva Jiva Shah Nithyananda Nithyananda Nithyaniteswara Nithyananda Jnana Deva Shah Nithyananda Nithyananda Nithyaniteswara Nithyananda Nithya Sadguru Nithyananda 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 Nithyaniteswara Nithyananda Nithya Sadguru Nithyananda 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 Nithyaniteswara Nithyananda Nithya Sadguru Nithyananda 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 Nithyaniteswara Nithyananda Nithya Sadguru Nithyananda
ॐ नित्यानन्देश्वर परमशिवसमारम्भाम् नित्यानन्देश्वरि पराशक्तिमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्ताम् वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम् I welcome you all with my love and respect. I welcome all the devotees, disciples, Samajis, Satsangis, Srimahans, Mahans, Tanidar Kotari, visitors, viewers, all the living and practicing Hindus all over the world. I welcome all of you with my love and blessings. All the Kailasas, ministers, ambassadors, diplomats, e-diplomats, citizens, consulate generals and supporters, Mantreshwaras, Vidyeshwaras, Ganeshwaras, Lokeshwaras, Astreshwaras. I welcome all of you with my love and blessings. All the Paramashiva Ganas and Paramashivoham Season 11 participants, I welcome all of you with my love and blessings. Paramashiva's message directly from Kailasa. Wake up by unclutching. Understand this whole world, your perception about the world, life, God, even your perception about you is the prank getting played on you by unconscious society. Unconscious human society is playing the prank on you. It's not that I am blaming the human society. Even they are not responsible because they are so unconscious. Nobody is reason, but everybody is suffering. Nobody is reason, but everybody is suffering, because in collective unconsciousness, the vision was evolved for day-to-day life. That is the first thing, understand? The collective unconsciousness became a reason for the vision. Hey, listen. I want all of you to understand, whether your education or what you have been taught as life, everyone, 99.99% of the human beings are taught having a luxurious couch, sofa. Is the comfort and joy of life. But I tell you, having a body which can sit in Padmasana for hours is more important. I am not saying don't have couch. I am not saying don't have the luxurious sofas. I am not saying don't have luxurious seats. I am not saying don't have the costly chairs. I think some of the world's costliest chairs are mine. I am not saying don't have any of that. I am only saying that is second priority. The first priority should be learn first things first. Whole world is taught so much about food, tongue, taste. There is something called food tourism. Just for food, people travel From country to country, I can't imagine, oh God. All right, it's okay. I'm not even saying don't travel for food. It's okay. I'm only trying to tell, learn intermittent fasting also. For example, today we had Kapila. I ate solid food. At least for next 10 or 15 days, I'll be in Nirahara Samyama. I want all of you to know now I made it like almost only once in 2 months or 3 months. Only during Maheshwara Puja I am having solid food. I am enjoying my happy food-free lifestyle. I'm only trying to do the next thing. Just through Nirahara, just through the power manifestation, trying to build six-pack. Soon you will see. Want to make this science available for the world. Wanted to establish by burning the fat through the conscious energy, you can build muscles without any external support. Working on it. Anyhow, listen. First things first. Whether you feel respected, disrespected, supported, or exploited, oversexed or undersexed, wealthy or poor, understand all your perception about you is the prank society is playing on you. You can play prank on pranksters. I'll give you the technique to play prank on pranksters. People who are trying to play prank on you, you can play prank on them. How? Some of the pranksters, both of the whole team is paid actors. They enact the prank, but the viewers are thinking it's a real spontaneous happening and getting pranked. I tell you, you can play the prank on the pranksters in multi-level if you learn this one trick, one technique. Extremely peaceful unclutching, at least for 21 minutes a day. At least 21 minutes you should feel away from your perceptions invaded personality. Understand? You forgot to perceive you without others' perceptions invading you. Just at least half an hour feel your individuality without the perceptions invaded personality. So many perceptions about you from others has invaded your personality, and even you started believing that your personality perceived by others is you. No. Listen. The greatest wealth of a life, the greatest wealth you should accumulate from life is your ability to sit with your individuality without the perception invaded personality. I tell you, I'll give you example from my own life. I am Paramashiva. Nithyananda Paramashivam. This is my individuality, my experience of me. Niti is the perceptions invaded personality built by Dravish boys. Listen. The individual's sexual perversions. See, every individual has very low, cheap taste, the beast mentality. Till you are enlightened, you will have that beast mentality. Every individual will have that. Every person will have that. The Dravish gang media, which triggers that individual's sexual perversions, they constantly create this kind of masala news, masala identities. Listen to this statement carefully. When Dravish gangsters rape your sexual perversion, the illegitimate child born is Niti image. I am very clear. I am Nithyananda and I have nothing to do with Niti. I can see very clearly from distance the image manipulated and manifested by the Dravish gang. The perception invaded personality the Dravish gang is trying to create, and my pure individuality. I can clearly see the ultimate luxury a man should earn in his life is ability to see his pure space away from perception invaded personalities built around him or inside him. Please understand, this foundation of unclutching, whenever you unclutch, I can manifest powers in you just like that. I can just make Paramashiva explode in you. Understand? The perceptions by others, perceptions by others on you, but even you started believing it as you. This whole mess is what I call delusion. At least half an hour a day, have the freedom to sit with yourself absolutely unclutched, I tell you. If you start this simple unclutching, you will know whether to go behind the society's instigations, triggering, teaching, or to go behind Guru and Kailaasa. Listen. Difficulty is not in the travel. Difficulty is only your decision to decide which side you should travel. Life is travel. You will be traveling in some direction. That is not difficulty. Just by inhaling and exhaling and living, you are traveling. The whole difficulty is making the right decision which direction you should travel. Simple unclutching. Few days before, I was telling in the Satsang that night time put a ice cube, ice pack or a wet towel on your stomach and fall asleep. While you are doing that, if you unclutch, even that will be a very powerful way of unclutching. I tell you, anyone who unclutches in the night time while you are falling asleep with a wet cloth on your stomach, literally you will experience Turiya in your dream state. Understand? The heat in the stomach can get converted into a Jataragni, pure energy. by cooling it with a wet towel. Understand? The heat in the stomach is more like a smoke, not the pure fire. The pure fire is the energy you experience. But the heat you experience in the stomach is more like a smoke. It's not pure fire. If you put the wet towel, the smoke will reduce and the pure fire will be experienced by you. Strong stomach, strong guts, will make you experience higher states of consciousness. Even this big jata, heavy jata on the head, I realize by continuously carrying this, it directly works on your stomach and makes your guts so strong, especially when you sit in Padmasana with this heavy jata. I want all my kids to learn this as a practice. All my kids have heavy jata, and even while you are sitting and doing your work like a class, reading, doing office work, any time, always learn to sit in Padmasana and do your work. Heavy jata, Padmasana makes your whole body so strong. It's like a continuous workout for your spine and stomach. Everything has to be very aligned, aligning your body to the cosmic geometry. It's like you are constantly alive in Turiya and Turiyadita, in the space of Paramashiva. See, if you are already old and you feel, oh, I cannot have this jata, this Padmasana. My definition of old is impossibility enveloping you. When the impossibility engulfs you, you are old. Quickly die. Let the planet Earth be free. Impossibilities engulfing you is what I define as old. All my kids, learn the first things first. Strong guts. Paramashiva describes about himself in Agama, his selfie, his verbal selfie, mantra swarupa selfie. See, Paramashiva gives dhyana sloka about himself. He describes himself in Agama. That's what I call mantra selfie. When somebody else describes Paramashiva, that is like a mantra photograph. When he himself describes himself, it's called mantra selfie. The mantra selfie of Paramashiva, he says, I feel like eternal 16. 16 is supposed to be the peak health of your guts. All the internal organs, especially guts. He says, I feel like eternal 16. I tell you, this sleeping with a wet towel on the stomach, Padmasana continuously as much as possible, all this will give you a powerful guts and ability to unclutch from perceptions invaded, perceptions embedded personality, which even you start believing as you for some times. I tell you, because I know me as pure individual and I have liberated myself from all the perception-based, perception invaded, perception embedded personality, because I liberated myself from Niti. Nithyananda never allowed Niti inside him. If I allowed Niti inside Nithyananda, Ananda would have been lost. No, I retained my Ananda and continue to be Nithyananda by not allowing Niti inside me. Understand? Because I never allowed the perception embedded personality in me. I always see you also without any perception embedded individuality, without any perception embedded personality. And as a pure individual, I see you. Listen carefully. I may keep distance from few people, but I can never hate anyone. I never hate. How I liberated myself. How I never allowed perception invaded, perception embedded personality inside me. I never allowed it. I kept my individuality free from this perception-based personality. Because I value my individuality and freedom, I value your individuality and freedom. I see you as a pure individuality and as a pure possible Paramashiva. Every one of you is pure possible Paramashiva. Understand? When you see a rich man, you feel, you plan, can you some way associate with him and become part of his wealth? When you see each person, you have your perception and plans. When I see each one of you, my perception about you is pure individuality. My plan for you is, can I somehow trigger the Paramashiva consciousness in you and make you also feel Paramashiva? That's all is my perception about you and my plan for you. Constantly I will trigger. Constantly I will trigger. I will trigger the Paramashiva in you. When I say, have a wet towel on your stomach night while you fall asleep, it's one of the triggering method of Paramashiva consciousness in you. When I say stop this stupid habit of continuous eating, I am just triggering the Paramashiva possibility in you. When I say unclutch, I am pressing the panic button and waking up Paramashiva possibility in you. I tell you, even if you try half an hour a day, try to play this Paramashiva game. This unclutching is the Paramashiva game. See very clearly, the personality invaded by perceptions. The society has put a lot of perceptions about you, hopes on you, expectations on you, tortures. That is your personality. Your pure individuality is happy, peaceful, blissful space. Retire from this personality at least for half an hour and rest in your individuality. At least half an hour a day, not more than that. I am not even expecting too much from you. Half an hour for a day. Even if you struggle with this, in few days you will understand, wow, what Swamiji says is right. Even for 1 or 2 minutes, if I perceive my unclutched space, wow, I know the prank world is playing on me. I know the prank humanity is trying to play on me. I know the prank unconscious society is trying to play on me. Understand? When you know the unconscious society trying to play prank on you, you will wake up to liberate yourself. Hey, listen. Listen. All the 5 perceptions you carry about sex, all the 7 perceptions you carry about death, I will explain all these 5, 7, everything. Why I am saying 5, because the Mooladhara has a 4 petal and center core. That's why 5. Mooladhara is the chakra, the sex chakra. Swadhisthana carries 7. It's actually the 7 perceptions of death, 5 perceptions of sex, 7 perceptions of death. All these 11 perceptions of love, all this is absolute delusion. Please understand, it is not, I am not even saying it is false or lie. If I say it is false, you will try to argue with me. Oh, you don't know, Swamiji. I am really undersexed. It is a truth. It's not false. It is based on the facts. Hey, listen. Anything I say, true or false, you will start arguing. It is not lie, it is this, it is that, all that. I am telling you, this very fundamental foundation perception is delusion, I tell you. If you know the joy of remaining in ecstasy internally through unclutching, externally whether some body touches you or not, this whole perception about the sexual activity and the sex gender identity, the whole thing is delusion. Same way about fear. The multiple definitions, reactions, responses to fear, the whole thing is nothing but your false idea of discontinuity. Listen, there is no discontinuity. You learn the truth of continuous discontinuity happening in you and learn the truth of there is never going to be any discontinuity other than the discontinuity is happening continuously in you now. If Anitya is going to be, that is there now in you. See, the death which is happening in you every moment, that is the only death there. There is no separate death you are going to be experiencing during your so-called death. What is going on in you now, the same thing only will be going on, will go on when during your so-called death also. Listen. Now trying to forget, cover up the continuous death happening in you is looseness, crankiness, and trying to exaggerate and feel frightened about the death which is going to happen during your so-called death is craziness. Both are stupidity. See the death happening now continuously in you by unclutching. Realize there is not going to be any separate death even during your so-called death. It is just Control Delete button. Anyone understands this, your internal organs will be just like a sweet 16 forever. Inside you, you will be in sweet 16 and alive, active, constantly working. Constantly working. Sometimes I feel very compassionate to people who are around me, especially Adinavasis, how they are coping up with my aliveness, too much alive, and too much of activism, and ability to perceive things, and ability to plan, and ability to but I tell you, it is all established on tremendous compassion and love. Even this, my withdrawal from society and back to Kailasa is also my extreme compassion, because people, due to their stupidity and stupid perceptions, they try to attack me and accumulate more karmas. See, if I am with the humanity, I should be initiating, blessing, enlightening. But the stupid fellows try to harass me, attack me, and accumulate more karmas. I do not want them to have more karmas. So I just withdrew myself. I tell you, even half an hour unclutching a day, you will literally feel, as Paramashiva describes himself, Shoda Shapta Yutam Gantam Suprasannam Smidananam. Hey, all my kids, write this at least 11 times today. It's a Kamikagama, Purvabada, chapter 4, Archana Vitipatalam, sloka number 332. I am giving you the Shastra Pramana. Shodasapta Yudam Kandam Suprasannam Smitananam. Eternal age of 16 years, supremely beautiful and auspiciously charming, face beautified with gentle smile. All of you, write this, all my kids. Write this 11 times today and meditate on this. O Mahadeva, be in this space inside me. Let me enjoy you as this manifestation inside me. With this prayer, unclutch today. Unclutch from everything and offer yourself to Paramashiva, requesting him, O Mahadeva, please manifest your this dimension in me. Shodasapta Yudam Gantam Suprasannam Smitananam. This is Sadashiva Dhyana. Eternal age of 16 years, supremely beautiful and auspiciously charming, face beautified with gentle smile. Shodasapta Yudam Gantam Suprasannam Smitananam. Repeat this and meditate on this. I tell you, while you fall asleep in the night time, or when you wake up early morning, or when you sit unclutched, tell Paramashiva, Mahadeva, I am unclutching, at least trying to unclutch. Please, you manifest in this space inside me. I know you exist. Understand? Knowing Paramashiva exists and doing everything towards him is white magic. Just thinking arrogantly you can achieve everything on your own is black magic. That's all. The only difference between white magic and black magic is surrender to Paramashiva is white magic. It is not even white or black. He is colorful. He is golden. I can't even say it's white magic. He is beyond white, black. He is golden and colorful. Understand? The beauty of Vedagamas is it teaches you highest knowledge and highest surrender. I can talk the highest principles of enlightenment and I have tears in the corner of my eyes just by remembering this one space, eternally 16. Because I have seen him as Arunagiri Yogishwara. The exact this description. I have seen Mahadeva. Shodasapta Yutam Gantam Suprasannam Smitananam. I have seen him, I have tasted him as my own Guru Arunagiri Yogishwara. I have touched him, I have felt him, I have tasted him. Shodashapta yudham gantam suprasannam smitananam. I tell you, even if you struggle unclutching, try for half an hour. Your internal hormones, chemicals, as I was describing the other day, chemistry of your biology is mind. The chemistry of your biology will be aligned to the all chemistry of Paramashiva through unclutching. Unclutching is the best catalyst agent to make the chemistry of your biology align to the all chemistry of Paramashiva. Shantam Chandrakala Chudam Sarpasannata Satchatam Kadisutrodara Bandhanaihi. This is one more Shastra Pramana where Paramashiva describes himself in Kamikagama Purvabada, 4th chapter, Archana Vidipatalam, Sloka number 330 and 331, Sadashiva Dhyanam, Shantam Chandrakala Chudam Sarpasannata Sachatam Kadisutrodara Bandhanaihi. I'll read out the translation. Satchatam means Paramashiva as Jatas. Udara bandhanam means the ornament tied on the abdomen stomach, means the abdomen of Paramashiva is tied, not having belly. Paramashiva is having a controlled, strong stomach. Listen. Whatever I am trying to convey today through this satsang, whole unconscious humanity is playing prank on you. Don't get pranked. Wake up to the reality by just half an hour unclutching. Half an hour. Attempting to unclutch is also okay. I am not even saying you should master unclutching. Attempting to unclutching is also okay. But all my sannyasis and my kids, for you it is not half an hour. For you it should be whole day. Understand the level of sadhana, expectation is different for a devotee or a disciple, and it is different for a sannyasi or Kailasavasi or Gurukul kid. Because you are not just planning preparing yourself for only your enlightenment. You are an acharya. You are going to be not only enlightened in your life, you are going to be enlightening millions of others. Today I'll initiate all of you not just unclutching, I'll initiate you into a very intense power of digestion, building a strong guts. Understand? Get your Atmalinga and put it on the stomach and sit unclutching now. I'm going to initiate you. Listen carefully. First, carefully listen. The power of this initiation will be such, just within next 24 hours, you will lose at least 1 kg unnecessary fat and the gas and all the unnecessary shit, undigested shit sitting on your stomach. It will leave your system, you will be clean. That unnecessary toxic load on your system, at least 1 kg will be cleared. Now, all of you get your Atmalinga, hold it on your Manipuraga chakra and sit the navel on the guts. Keep the Atmalinga and sit unclutched. Just decide to be unclutched. I'll initiate all of you now. Few minutes, I'm giving you all. Run and get your Atmalinga, sit in Batmasana. Put it on your navel, on your Manipuraga chakra. Please get ready. While everyone is getting ready, I wanted to convey my blessings to Sri Vinayaka Shrikanta. Vinayaka Shrikanta, blessings for your daughter Anaga. Birthday blessings for Anaga. Anaga, with all the auspiciousness, you will be my daughter. I'll be with you, you will be with me. My blessings. And Vinashet Ma Parameshwara, birthday blessings. Ma Parameshwara, Vinashet, birthday blessings for you. And everyone, please sit straight. If you are young, sit in Batmasana. Batmasana is the best way to sit. And hold the Atmalinga on your navel center. Manipuraga chakra. If you don't have Atmalinga, I think last time as I said that If you bring any linga shaped stone and keep it in front of the camera, I'll energize, do prana pratishta. You can start using that as Atma Linga. Any stone from Arunachala hill, any stone from Kailasa and Manasarovar, any stone from Narmada river, all this need not even, all this doesn't even need prana pratishta. It's all already Paramashiva. If you don't get any of these three, stone from Arunachala or stone from Kailash Manasarovar or stone from Narmada, bring any stone and keep it in front of camera. I'll do prana pratishta and use that as a Shivalinga, Atmalinga. Now, keep your Atmalinga on your navel chakra. Sit. You can keep your eyes closed or open, that is up to you. Decide to be unclutched. With eyes closed, if you feel it is easy for you to unclutch, you can close your eyes. For some people, even sitting with eyes open widely, you may be able to unclutch. Then do that. It is up to you. But decide to unclutch, not to follow any thoughts, emotions, triggering of mind and mental activities inside. Even laziness is a mental activity. Tiredness is mental activity. Feeling bored is mental activity. Do not follow any of that. Just decide. Just decide not to follow any mental activity and sit as you, the pure space. The state of Paramashiva. Paramashiva Padam, Paramashiva Gadi. Let Paramashiva Gadi manifest in all of us. Let Paramashivatvam manifest in all of us. Let Paramashiva Padam manifest in all of us. Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Paramashiva. 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 Paramashiva.
உடலோடு உயிர் தந்து உணர்வோடு மொழி தந்து உலகெங்கும் உயிர்ப்பானவன். புவி தந்து மலை தந்து கடல் தந்து நதி தந்து முகிலாகி மழையானவன். நித்யானந்த வயமானவன். நித்யானந்த வயமானவன். ஈரேழு 14 உலகத்தை ஆட்கொண்டு எமையாளும் நடுநாயகன். இதமான தென்றலாய் இடியோடு மின்னலாய் புவி மீது புயலானவன். நித்யானந்த வயமானவன். நித்யானந்த வயமானவன். முதலாகி முடிவாகி மூச்சாகி பேச்சாகி முத்தமிழ் வித்தானவன். முளையாகி இலையாகி பிஞ்சாகி காயாகி பிரபஞ்ச கனியானவன். நித்யானந்த வயமானவன். நித்யானந்த வயமானவன். மலர் தந்து மனம் தந்து மகரந்த கனி தந்து மறைநூல்கள் பல தந்தவன். தேயாத கதிருக்கும் தேகின்ற நிலவு விண்மீனுக்கும் ஒளி தந்தவன். நித்யானந்த வயமானவன். நித்யானந்த வயமானவன். வானத்தின் மீதேறி நிலவென்னும் ஸ்ரீதேவி பூமிக்கு வந்து விட்டாள். சுடராக திரு நின்ற திருவண்ணாமலையூரில் நித்யானந்த கோலம் கொண்டாள். நித்யானந்த வயமானவன். நித்யானந்த வயமானவன். கசியாத கும்பத்தில் கலங்காத தீர்த்தமாய் கமழ்கின்ற கங்கையானாள். மசியாத ஞானமுடன் பசியாத ஞானமுடன் ரிஷி மூல விசையுமானாள். நித்யானந்த வயமானவன். நித்யானந்த வயமானவன். அசைகின்ற விரல் மேவ கலைவாணி மடி மீதில் இசைகின்ற வீணையானாள். அசையாத மனதுக்குள் அம்பாளின் இசையாக ஆனந்தம் தரும் முனையானாள். நித்யானந்த வயமானவன். நித்யானந்த வயமானவன். வானத்தின் மீதேறி நிலவென்னும் ஸ்ரீதேவி பூமிக்கு வந்து விட்டாள். சுடராக திரு நின்ற திருவண்ணாமலையூரில் நித்யானந்த கோலம் கொண்டாள். நித்யானந்த வயமானவன். நித்யானந்த வயமானவன்.
கற்பக கருவூலம் நீ நித்யானந்தமயமானவன் 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 மகுடமிகு உச்சியும் மதி நிறைந்த நெற்றியும் பெற்ற புற்றாமரை நீ தேவார மகிமையும் திருவாசக பெருமையும் திருக்குறள் அருமையும் நீ நித்யானந்தமயமானவன் 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 இமயத்தின் உச்சியை உதயத்தின் காட்சியை இதயத்தால் தொட்டவன் நீ வினயத்தின் ஆட்சியை விதி செய்யும் ஆட்சியை ஞானத்தில் வென்றவன் நித்யானந்தமயமானவன் 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 உடலோடு உயிர் தந்து உணர்வோடு மொழி தந்து உலகெங்கும் உயிர்ப்பானவன் புவி தந்து மலை தந்து கடல் தந்து நதி தந்து முகிலாகி மழையானவன் நித்யானந்தமயமானவன் நித்யானந்தமயமானவன் ஈரேழு 14 உலகத்தை ஆட்கொண்டு எமையாளும் நடுநாயகன் செய்தான் உளம் கொண்ட மாறான எண்ணங்கள் நீக்கி என்றும் நித்யானந்தம் கொண்டாடச் செய்தான். சரணம் குரு நித்யானந்தா, கருணை பொழிவாய் நித்யானந்தா. சரணம் குரு நித்யானந்தா, கருணை பொழிவாய் நித்யானந்தா. தன்னை மகிழ்வோடு நித்யன் விதை செய்து ஏற்றும் உயர் வாழ்வுதான் கல்பதரு தரிசன நேரம். சரணம் குரு நித்யானந்தா, கருணை பொழிவாய் நித்யானந்தா. சரணம் குரு நித்யானந்தா, கருணை பொழிவாய் நித்யானந்தா. நிறைவான காலம் கல்பதரு தரிசன நேரம். நிறைவான காலம் கல்பதரு தரிசன நேரம். சரணம் குரு நித்யானந்தா, கருணை பொழிவாய் நித்யானந்தா. சரணம் குரு நித்யானந்தா, கருணை பொழிவாய் நித்யானந்தா. யுக்தி தன்னை உணர்வுள் நிறுத்தி ஜீவன் முக்தனாக்கும் கல்பதரு தரிசன நேரம். ஜீவன் முக்தனாக்கும் கல்பதரு தரிசன நேரம். சரணம் குரு நித்யானந்தா, கருணை பொழிவாய் நித்யானந்தா. சரணம் குரு நித்யானந்தா, கருணை பொழிவாய் நித்யானந்தா. தாங்கி நித்யன் யுகம் காக்க வந்தான், வரம் தந்து எம்மை வளம் காண செய்தான். உளம் கொண்ட மாறான எண்ணங்கள் நீக்கி என்றும் நித்யானந்தம் கொண்டாடச் செய்தான். சரணம் குரு நித்யானந்தா, கருணை பொழிவாய் நித்யானந்தா. சரணம் குரு कल्पतरु दर्शनमो कल्पतरु दर्शनम् गुरु नित्यानन्दन् कल्पतरु दर्शनम् वेंगै मனம் தன்னை கட்டுள் வைத்த பெரும் வெற்றி வாழ்வதனை தந்துவிடும் குரு நித்யானந்தன் கல்பதரு தரிசனம் வேங்கை மனம் தன்னை கட்டுள் வைத்த பெரும் வெற்றி வாழ்வதனை தந்துவிடும் குரு நித்யானந்தன் கல்பதரு தரிசனம் नित्यानन्दन् कल्पतरु दर्शनम्
ॐ नित्यानन्द परमशिवोऽहम्। With this, I bless you all. Let's all radiate with integrity, authenticity, responsibility, enriching, causing, living Shuddhatvaita Saivam. The state, space, powers, being, superconsciousness, and Kailaasa of Paramashiva. Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. The eternal bliss, Nithyananda. Thank you. Be blissful.
श्री कैलासोन्नतद्वादशान्त श्यामला पीठारूढ श्री मीनाक्षि सुन्दरेश्वरा भिन्नस्वरूप परशिवपुत्र रत्न कुमार गुरुमण्यतुल्यावतार श्री पार्वती स्तन्यपानलब्ध दिव्यज्ञान विश्रुत सकल निगमागम सारभूत द्राविड वेद प्रवक्त्रे श्रीमत् परमशिव करुणा समधिगत मुक्तामय चतुरश्रयान गीयमान छत्र चामर श्रीचिह्न काहलादि समस्त बिरदावल्यलङ्कृत ज्ञान विज्ञान चक्रवर्ती सर्वजन संघ सद्यो निर्वाण दीक्षा व्ययापवर्गवर्ष विश्राण जीमूत परमत कलभ केसरी शैव सिद्धान्त स्थापनाचार्य श्रीराजाधिराज पाण्ड्य महाराज गुरु क्षपण शाक्यादि महान्धकार निवारण ज्ञान भानु वीक्षणानर्हार्ह ध्वजोच्छेदन पूर्वक श्रीमद्वृषभध्वज स्थापक शैव समय कर्त्रे सर्वज्ञ पीठारूढ श्री जगद्गुरु श्री ज्ञान संबंध देशिक स्वामी वागीश सुंदर माणिक्य वाचक स्वामिनाम् अवतार भूत श्री ज्ञान संबंध स्वामी पुनरुद्धृत श्यामला पीठ सर्वज्ञ पीठ 93 गुरु महासन्निधान अरुणगिरि योगीश्वर परम्परागत अरुणाचल सर्वज्ञ पीठ गुरु महासन्निधान कैलास परम्परागत काञ्ची कैलास सर्वज्ञ पीठ 33 गुरु महासन्निधान नित्योत्सव नित्य मंगल नित्य कल्याण नित्य रजित कैलास परम्परागत आदि कैलास नित्यानंद पीठ महासंस्थान महासिंहासन पीठ कर्तः साक्षात् श्री परमशिव समुद्भूत कैलास परम्परागत वैवस्वत मनु इक्ष्वाकु हरिश्चंद्र भगीरथ श्रीरामचंद्र शूरसेन इत्यादि अनवच्छिन्न सार्वभौम चक्रवर्ती परम्परागत 64 योगिनी मंडित 64 संप्रदाय प्रवर्तक मनुधर्म शासन सूर्यवंश प्राप्त सर्वज्ञ पीठ सुरांगी साम्राज्य मूर्धाभिषिक्त चूडामणे साक्षात् श्री परमशिव समुद्भूत कपिल महागुरु पुनरुद्धृत महानिर्वाणि पीठ अष्टोत्तर सहस्र श्री महामण्डलेश्वर साक्षात् श्री परमशिव सिंहासनाभिषिक्त समस्त गणनायक श्री महागणपति समारंभ अनवच्छिन्न पीठाधीश्वर गुरु परंपरा प्राप्त अटल पीठ अष्टोत्तर सहस्र श्री अटल पीठाधीश्वर धर्म मुक्ति स्वर्गपुर स्वर्ण पीठ 23 गुरु महासन्निधान कैलास परम्परागत आदिपीठ सर्वज्ञ पीठ जगद्गुरो श्री कैलास पुनरुद्धारक श्री कैलास परमाचार्य श्रीमत्परमहंस परिव्राजकाचार्य वर्य सच्चिदानंद प्रणव स्वरूप श्रोत्रिय ब्रह्मनिष्ठ श्रीमज्जगद्गुरु श्रील श्री भगवत् श्री नित्यानंद परमशिव श्री ज्ञान संबंध देशिक परमाचार्य स्वामिन् अत्रागत्य परिपाल्य च अस्मान् विज्ञान वितरणेन विजयी भव जय जय।